Kuala Lumpur International Airport, March 8, 2014, 12:41 a.m. The bustling terminal, quiet in the darkness of early morning, gives way to the roar of engines as Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 taxis onto runway 32R. On board, 227 passengers and 12 crew members, a total of 239 people, preparing for a routine red-eye flight north to Beijing, China. No one, neither ground crew, families, nor even the pilots, anticipates the hours of uncertainty that are about to unfold. The jet is a Boeing 777-200ER, an aircraft with a sterling record for reliability. At the controls, Captain Zaharieh Ahmad Shah, 53, a veteran with over 18,000 flight hours, and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid, just 27, yet climbing the ranks quickly. The flight, designator MH370, takes off, climbs steadily, and at 1:07 a.m. automation sends the last automatic position update from the aircraft's ACAR system. 30 minutes into flight, all appears normal. But at 1:19 a.m., as MH370 nears the boundary of Malaysian and Vietnamese airspace over the South China Sea, a final voice transmission.
Good night, Malaysian 370.
The handover seems routine, but within moments, something unusual occurs. The aircraft's transponder signal disappears from civilian radar. To air traffic control, the plane simply vanishes. Vietnamese controllers attempt to contact the flight as it fails to report in. No response. Minutes stretch, anxiety builds. The silence becomes ominous. No mayday, no distress calls. The vast sky between Malaysia and Vietnam suddenly becomes a void. The fate of MH370, a mystery. Back in Kuala Lumpur, controllers scramble to reach the aircraft. The pilots do not reply. Faint echoes linger, barely picked up by military radar. A blip, suggesting the aircraft made an odd left turn, swinging back across the Malay Peninsula, over the Straits of Malacca, then out toward the Andaman Sea. Was it deliberate? A mechanical error? Theories multiply even as search teams mobilize. Dawn breaks, and with it, uncertainty spreads globally. MH370 is missing. The families gathered at both Kuala Lumpur and Beijing airports wait in confusion, watching as timetables quietly change from arrived to delayed, then to unknown. Malaysia Airlines issues an initial statement. The flight has lost contact. As hours become days, one question dominates the headlines. How does a modern jetliner, equipped with world-class avionics, simply disappear? Search and rescue teams from a dozen countries join the hunt, scouring the South China Sea. No debris, no distress calls, no answers. Only the chilling truth that 239 people are gone without trace. As investigators begin to piece together the jet's last known moments, new stunning evidence emerges. 7 hours after last contact, an automated handshake between MH370 and a satellite is detected. A faint electronic ping, not containing data, but confirming the plane's systems were powered and communicating. Further analysis reveals that, long after losing contact over the South China Sea, the jet continued flying, heading southward over the vast Indian Ocean. By March 15th, Prime Minister Najib Razak addresses the world.
We can confirm that MH370's communications were deliberately disabled.
Authorities announced that the aircraft's path was likely diverted by someone on board. Sabotage, hijack, or pilot suicide. Each theory is both plausible and terrifying. Intense scrutiny falls on the crew, particularly Captain Zahari. Meanwhile, the ocean swallows secrets. Search areas move, first the South China Sea, then the Straits of Malacca, then thousands of kilometers west into the wild southern Indian Ocean. It takes over a year before the first confirmed piece, part of a Boeing 777 wing, a flaperon, is discovered washed ashore on Reunion Island, 3,600 kilometers from the search zone. Confirmation: MH370 ended somewhere in the ocean's vast emptiness. But how and why remains unknown. For families, the loss is magnified by uncertainty. Vigils are held in Beijing, Kuala Lumpur, and around the world, portraits lit by flickering candles and hope. Each official update brings little relief, only fractured theories, conflicting analysis, and growing frustration. To this day, MH370 has not been found. No one can say with certainty what happened in the cockpit, why the aircraft deviated, or what fate befell those on board. The vanishing of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 leaves a riddle, unsolved, haunting, a reminder of our limits, even in a world saturated with technology. Is it pilot sabotage, hijack, catastrophic failure, or something the world has yet to imagine? The search continues, and as long as answers remain adrift, MH370 is not only the greatest mystery of modern aviation, but a story unfinished, waiting perhaps for the day the ocean surrenders its secrets.